Good morning, students. Today I will be discussing the assignment given to you from the chapter Ecosystem. In case you have not written the answers, listen to these answers and complete your work. This video is not linked to YouTube. It is only for your reference. I am sending the photograph of question number 5 and question number 10 also. The first question is that what is an ecosystem? In your book, page number 43, on the top, key points, the answer is given. All the interacting organisms in an area together with its non-living components constitute an ecosystem. Another answer for this question. An ecosystem is a unit in which different living organisms interact with their physical environment. That is the answer for this question. Second question is that what role do producers and decomposers play in an ecosystem? Answer for this question, page number 43, producers are there, and page number 44, decomposers are there. So the answer for this question, producers. Green plants are called producers. Only green plants can make their own food through photosynthesis. All animals depend upon plants for their food. The next one, decomposers, are microorganisms that live in the soil. They feed on the dead bodies of organisms and decaying organic matter. They keep the soil fertile by releasing minerals into it, and plants, they are absorbing these minerals from the soil. And this decomposers, they clean up the environment also. That is answer for this question. Next question, question number 3. What are consumers? Explain their types. Again, page number 43, the answer is given. All animals, non-green plants, and microorganisms that depend directly or indirectly upon the producers for food are called consumers. They are herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and scavengers. Next question, what do you understand by a food chain? Give example. The answer is given under the heading interactions within biotic components. A series of organisms that are linked to each other through a process of eating and being eaten forms a food chain. And many examples are given in the book. One example, grass eaten by rabbit, rabbit is eaten by lion. Second one, grass is eaten by goat, goat is eaten by man. And here the arrow you have to draw from producers to herbivore, from herbivore to consumers. That means herbivores to carnivores. Unidirectional flow of energy. Next question, question number 5. How does energy flow in a food chain? Here, page number 46. The answer is green plants convert solar energy into the chemical energy present in food. Some energy gets stored in plants while the rest is used up by them. When plants are eaten by herbivores, the energy stored in them is transferred to herbivore. Again, herbivore use some of the energy for their activities and store a part of it in their body. The stored energy is further transferred to carnivore then when they eat herbivore. Thus, one organism eats the other, energy passes on from producers to herbivores and then to carnivores. Once again, the answer, Producers are capable of using solar energy of the sun to make food. They convert solar energy to chemical energy. When plants are eaten by herbivore, the energy stored in them is transferred to them, means to herbivores. When carnivore eat this herbivore, energy transferred to them, means from herbivore to carnivore. Thus, one organism eats other, energy passes from producers to herbivore, then to consumers. That is the answer for this question. In your book, one flow chart is also given. You have to draw that flow chart along with this answer. Next question, what is a food web? Why is it important? Several food chains are interconnected to form a food web. And the importance of food web in an ecosystem, the first point, it gives alternative food to organisms. It gives alternative food to organisms. Second one, it ensures better chance of survival to organisms in case of scarcity of food. And third point is that it gives more stability to an ecosystem. That is the importance of food web in an ecosystem. Next question, what are ecological pyramids? The number of organisms in a food chain can be represented graphically in a pyramid. Each bar represents the organisms at each trophic level in the food chain. Once again, definition for ecological pyramid. The number of organisms in a food chain can be represented graphically in a pyramid. Each bar represents the organisms at each trophic level in the food chain. Next question, question number 8. Why does the number of organisms usually decrease at each trophic levels? So, in a trophic level that you know, the producers form the lowest level of the pyramid. The producers in this case, their number is more, means far outnumber the consumers in the food chain. Hence, they are depicted as the broadest part of the pyramid, that is at the base of the pyramid. A fraction of the energy is lost at each trophic level of the food chain. In general, consumers at each level must eat a large amount of food to obtain enough energy. That is why the number of organisms at each trophic level is more than the number of organisms at the next higher level. Once again, answer for this question. The number of organisms decrease at each trophic level. The producers form the lowest level. The producers are at the base of the ecological pyramid. They outnumber the consumers in a food chain. Consumers at each trophic level eat a large amount of food to obtain enough energy. This pattern continues for every trophic level. And that is why the primary consumers, grasshoppers, occupy the next narrow level. That is with the help of many food chains that we can explain this answer. When we check the ecological pyramid, that we can see that the number of producers are more as compared to number of herbivores. Number of herbivores are more as compared to number of carnivores. So the next question, question number 9. Look at the given food chain and answer the following questions. A food chain is given along with the question. Plant eaten by grasshopper, grasshopper eaten by small bird is eaten by hawk. First question, what is the role of producers in an ecosystem? In this food chain, producers are plants. They manufacture their own food, and all animals and consumers directly or indirectly use this food. That is the importance of producers. Question number 2 in that category, when the grasshopper is removed from the given food chain, will a small bird survive? If it is yes or no, and give reason also. No, that is answer for that. Reason is that when any one member is affected, the entire food chain get disturbed. Means any one member of that food chain is removed, that full food chain that it will be get disturbed. If all grasshoppers are removed from the given food chain, there will not be sufficient food for the bird. As a result, they will die due to starvation. That it causes ecological imbalance. So that is the importance of each and every component in an ecosystem. And the next part is that make a food web. Use this food chain also in your food web. So with the help of this food chain and add more organisms, that you can make one food web. And the last question it was given, arrange the following plants and animals in various trophic levels. Here in this case, you have to draw the ecological pyramid and arrange them in various steps. That is first trophic level, second trophic level, third trophic level, like that. First of all, producers, then herbivore, then carnivore, like that way, an ecological pyramid. With this, we come to the end of the assignment. Answer to these questions in your register. Next class, we will continue with another topic. Till then, take care. Thank you.